Cultivate happiness, master life. Hạnh phúc đủ, làm chủ cuộc đời. Chapter 1. What is happiness? Understanding the human structure. Next are the 16 human natures: admission, imagination, action, conscience, prosperity, beauty, fame, eating, resting, greed, anger, delusion, arrogance, skepticism, evil, and bias. The complexity of the 16 human natures, with greed and imagination as a focus, will form the nature of man, also known as personality or ego. Surrounding the human nature shell is the inner yin and yang electromagnetic layer. Next are the 84,000 bubbles of illusion, commonly known as the layer of emotion or human emotions. On the outside is the four-element body, which includes earth, nutrition, water, air, the fire, warmth. Surrounding the four-element body is the outer yin and yang electromagnetic layer. Figure 5. The human structure. So now I want to get the genuine truth in myself. What should I do? There is a story about the conversation between Buddha and King Bimbasara, accepted from Sulagama Sutra as follows. The Buddha and King Bimbasara were sitting in the house waiting for the boat to cross the Ganges River. King Bimbasara asked the Buddha, "Teacher Gautama, how do I know if I had the genuine truth?" The Buddha then asked King Bimbasara, "King Bimbasara, how old are you this year?" King Bimbasara replied, "I am 62 years old this year." The Buddha asked, "Have you crossed the Ganges River before?" King Bimbasara replied, "When I was 3 years old, my mother took me across the Ganges River to the Tavatimsa Heaven Temple. I saw the Ganges River." The Buddha asked King Bimbasara, "So this year, when you are 62 years old, do you see any difference in the water in the Ganges River compared to when you were only 3 years old?" King Bimbasara replied, "From when I was 3 years old until now, I see the Ganges River water is still the same, no different at all." The Buddha said to King Bimbasara, "Is your body at 3 years old and now at 62 years old different?" King Bimbasara replied, "My body at just 3 years old and now at 62 years old is very different." The Buddha asked King Bimbasara, "When you were 3 years old, you saw the Ganges River. Now that you are at 62 years old, do you see the Ganges River flow differently?" King Bimbasara replied, "I see the Ganges River flow no differently." The Buddha said to King Bimbasara, "In this world, things that change are not the genuine truth. Things that do not change are the genuine truth. Your body changes, so it is not the genuine truth, but the seeing nature of you that does not change is the genuine truth of seeing nature." King Bimbasara said to the Buddha, "That's right, my seeing nature does not change. It is my true nature. Thank you, Teacher Gautama, for pointing out my true nature to me." "Yes, I understand. Regarding the 16 human natures, please explain more to help me." Thank you for watching, and remember, to give is to take. Appreciation and gratitude streaming down internally